Good meme. The Newtown district was a group of beautiful high-class apartments, built as an ideal futuristic city during the rapid construction after the war. I want to call it reconstruction, so fucking bad. It was often used in propaganda as a symbol of the reconstruction under American leadership, appearing repeatedly in newspapers over there. However, considering the average Japanese income, this wonderful city of the future was basically a group of homes for the upper class. This restaurant, which fit in perfectly with its surroundings, exuded an elegant, otherworldly atmosphere. It apparently received a visit from MacArthur himself when it opened. Fucking MacArthur. A massive photo commemorating that was on display. Leo, Meryl, and Amanda enjoyed piping hot omelets that the chef cooked right in front of them. Meryl, Stella, and Amanda, those three high-ranking members of Primavera, each the boss of a faction of ladies of the evening. Rose, as the greatest common factor, had chosen as the madam, but it was probably necessary for the three of them to meet like this from time to time. Like Rose, I've gotten my hands dirty to bring everyone together. The way you do things is a bit forceful, or should I say vicious. A lot of your girls have come crying to me, haven't they? It's the same for you. Some girls have come to me because you're unreliable. And you can bet they're regretting it now. Blech. If I remember right, Primavera started as an alliance between the factions run by the three of you, Stella included. Amanda was the one with the most followers, still. She had to get pretty nasty to gather them all. It couldn't be helped. Sometimes force is needed to bring a group of women together. Weren't you the one who always swung a bottle around and went wild whenever she got mad? Only when using words wasn't enough. I see. Sounds like bringing people together is tough among women. Then after the war was over, I was the one who proposed forming an alliance of ladies of the evening, to be used for various reasons. Well, I mean, in this job, it's kind of hard to justify why you need to be together when you can, like, be like, yeah, I can fucking whore out myself. I don't need someone else helping me or whatever. Because when you start going into these things, you get cuts off of it, blah, 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 but you get protection, blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, it would be hard to, like, get that initial bump over. That's when all hell broke loose. All the dissatisfaction with Amanda up until then exploded. Certain people who didn't want to acknowledge me as a madam began agitating the others. It's your tyranny that started the whole thing, isn't it? Quiet down, this is a high-class restaurant. So Rose was the figurehead, carried into the end to end all the fighting. Exactly. She's a strange kid, isn't she? She was terrible at getting customers, but very familiar with handling things behind the scene. So she... what? Interesting. If the conflict continued any longer, there was a danger that the alliance would fall apart at the seams. That's when we declared a truce by setting up our common friend Rose as the madam. So when Amanda took the blame for the fighting and retired, we were able to settle everything. Incredible. So it's a fight without rules. Rose possesses a strange appeal that fascinates people, but her suitability as madam is an unknown variable. And so we figured we'd all better get along well, so we could support her. We've made up, so that makes us friends, doesn't it? I wonder. Well, I'm willing to be an adult about it. Leo, make sure you protect Rose well. If something happens to her, Primavera will break up mid-flight before the day is out. That's no joke. If I knew I'd be listening to this boring stuff today, I might have run away too. I'm sorry, I've heard that Primavera is doing well, very well lately, and I just wanted to offer my thanks. It's reached my ears as well. You finished off Crazy Alfred. Maybe Sleeping Alfred would be a little more appropriate now. News of Captain Butler's backing has also spread through the criminal underground. It looks like Primavera should have no worries going forward. Now, finally. Looks like I'll be able to retire for real. Well, get on with it. Invite me to your top-knot cutting retirement ceremony. I'll bring my scissors. Who are you calling a sumo wrestler? That's enough out of you, little drunk diaper girl. Who are you calling little girl? Yep, without Rose, the club would be done for the next day. Fucking crazy. Let's go to the back alley. Wayne's probably back here. I can shit on him. I mean, you even took down Crazy Alfred. People are talking about you and the others all over town. Even we're feeling great, like we're connected to it all. You guys still need to train up a bit more. After all, we're rats, and we don't rely on anyone. When things get tough, you gotta be able to take care of yourself. We're training. We want to be like you, Wayne. And then we want to be Primavera bodyguards, too. We all want to become legends like you. Dude doesn't do jack shit. Me a legend? Don't make me laugh. There's loads of people in this world who are stronger than me, like Leo. I've got a long way to go. It's hard to even imagine someone being stronger than you, right? You're our shining star. We all want to be like you. Hey, look at my stance. Please keep teaching us lots of stuff. I'll teach you, but make sure you never use it except to protect yourself. We're rats. We live by sneaking around in the shadows and taking things. But we still have our pride. We may steal, but we never hurt people who've done no wrong. That's our golden rule. We're still following it. We're proud rats. We steal, but we don't use violence. That's right. Stealing for pleasure is evil, but stealing to live isn't. Train well, eat well, use the money you just got to eat something healthy. Don't use it to buy cigarettes. As always, thanks, Wayne. The street children truly respected Wayne like an older brother. The world called them vagrant children and scorned them. Only people who'd known the same hardships could understand them. Wayne's old comrades came for today's food money and scattered. Wayne, wishing them luck, left the back alley and returned to the bustle of the marketplace. Leo? I was gonna call out, but I figured I'd just get in the way. You did the right thing. Slow old men are like sitting ducks to us. Give me a break. I've got to be able to pay the rent for my apartment. The great disaster in the war left a ton of orphans behind. Children without parents don't get treated like humans. We're treated the same as sewer rats. Was it that like that for you too? I've been toughened up. I was an orphan even before the disaster. One of those so-called family suicides. First, I was sent to my relatives in the countryside, but got treated like shit. They'd always eat sukiyaki in the main house and leave me eating scraps in the shed. Whenever anything broke or went missing, they always blamed me and beat me half to death. So you ran away from home? Yeah. After grabbing all the cash in the house, just like they wanted it, they also smashed a jar that they treasured like it was gold. Some secret savings tumbled out of it. Of course, I gladly took those too. I must have felt great. Yeah, fuck them. Hey, if they call you a fucking thief, live up to the name. Then Wayne had hidden away in a freight train, and so, making his way to Tokyo. He believed he would find some sort of comfort in the city, unlike the harsh countryside. However, those people were called us... the people there called us vagrant children and despised us. We really did steal and fish through the trash to survive. We even followed wealthy-looking ladies around begging for money. But it was all done to survive. No one would help us. No one, except your own two arms. Then the great disaster in the war created crowds of orphans. None of them became orphans because they wanted to. They suddenly lost their parents' protection and were thrown out to fend for themselves. Wayne gathered those kids and taught them the skills he'd learned to survive. We aren't treated like people because we're rats. However, we have the hearts of wolves. All of us are lone wolves. We stay alive by our own power without relying on anyone's help. Those who can't do it fall down and die from malnutrition and the cold. We tear a ragged blanket off of a friend who's gone cold, putting it around ourselves. I'll never forget how the adults looked at us then. When Wayne had gotten sick in this world and prepared himself for death, Rose had saved him, and for the first time in his life he learned what unconditional love was. Now it's clear how a ruffian like him chose to be so fiercely loyal to Rose alone. It's true that I've never been on the battlefield. That whole baptism and artillery fire thing has nothing to do with me. I fight using my own style. I shoot using my own style. I must look hilarious to a person trained by the military. Still, I've crawled out of just as many hells as they have. If a battlefield is what you call a place where death is an inch away, then I've been living on one since I was a little kid. Still don't look down on me. Never have. I wonder. If you want, how about a meal together? I got no money. I just gave it all out. My treat. You want me to dress up nice and go off to lunch after letting my friends go fish through the trash? I've got no intention of playing around with you. Go eat your fancy food alone. Alright. Looks like he doesn't like me. His fucking loss. Richard's office was filled with jostling customers waiting in line. It was rare for his office to be this packed. If you have no objections, please put your seal here. Hey, sorry for keep you waiting. This counter's open. Why do I have to be the one serving tea? It's not so bad, is it? Now that there is no more tea thugs dropping by, you've had nothing to go back to the club. You've had nothing to do back at the club, right? I told you to stop touching my hair. Leo, give me 30,000 from the safe. It's for this customer here. You got it. Would you like fries with that? He put 30 high-value new $1,000 bills into an envelope and handed it to the man. Big fat stack. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I won't have my shop taken from me. I can keep doing business. Leo, can we get 50,000 over here? Okay, what would you like on that? Now I finally have a chance of repaying my loans. Thank you so much. This isn't loan. However, the more I see, the more I pity them for their old loans. Are the rates that outrageous? Do you think a person who only reads Japanese could properly read a contract in English or Chinese? I mean, they should still have it in, like, number form, what the percentage would be. I'd assume. Japanese people without connections can't even borrow money they need. Money is the lifeblood of business. On top of that, Japanese merchants weren't well trusted by society at large, so they could rarely enter a contract with anything except ready cash. They couldn't just say that they would get paid by next month and delay their payment until then. Yeah, people wouldn't like that. That's why they have to make fools of themselves and borrow cash even at insane rates. Dirty moneylenders. Oh, Rose, thank you again! Rose, thank you. How's it going? Does it look like this will lift the burden on you? At least a little? A little? You've saved us! We're gonna end up, like, having them depend on us, and then, like, we're gonna have trouble, and then they're all gonna be fucked out of everything. Switching over to Richard's low interest rates have saved us all. I think we could receive financing like this, and after receiving a contract. We'll always be grateful to Club Primavera after this. From now on, I plan to personally buy all sorts of things from all of your shops. Everyone, if you have the chance, please buy things at the shop of your countrymen. And when the blood called money flows, our future should grow a little brighter. You got that right. The Japanese are really anemic these days. Let's all stand alongside each other with a cooperative spirit. Oh, and if you've got... And when you're going for a drink, please drop by Club Primavera. We'll throw in lots of extras for the same price. Fuck that! What? No! Ah! I don't know. I ain't getting for free. Americans deserve that free shit. Not these guys. Rose over here. Stella, Meryl, Amanda. Sorry I'm late. This is rare, meeting at a shop outside the club. If you've called the three of us here, it must be something big. In that case, wouldn't it be better to talk about it at Primavera? Unless it involves secrets regarding our business, I'd like to try and hold meetings at our other shops. Ah, yes, I heard the rumors. So that's what this is. Yes, exactly that. And what is that? You know all that about helping our fellow countrymen? We are clearly earning more than the average Japanese person, I think. But for some strange reason, it all vanishes in a puff of smoke before the end of the month. That's just because you drink too much. You're the one who keeps losing our pay envelopes in that filthy room of yours. What did you say? I can't argue because it's true. Enough. Be quiet. That's right. It's as Rose says. We're very well off financially. So, now that we've established that, what next? We use money at a lot of stores, don't we? Drinking, eating, buying things. When you do that, I'd like you to choose stores run by our countrymen whenever you can. What do you consider when you're deciding which store to go to? What's the cheapest? Stores that are cheap and have a lot of stuff in stock, I guess. I love her. Only big, beautiful stores for me. Your room's filthy, but you demand that the stores you go to are clean, huh? You might as well go live on a buoy in a barrel of wine, animal woman. How dare you? How dare you? So basically, Rose's point is this. If you're going to buy something anyway, try to buy it at a Japanese shop if possible. Yeah, that's right. I'm not trying to tie you down by saying you can't shop anywhere else. However, when you choose where to shop, try and keep this in mind, at least a little. I'm sure our countrymen around us will be saved. And you want us to prefer small shops to large ones, to buy from shops that look like they're about to fold, rather than clean and neat shops. Why? Ha! Yes, idiot. If a shop looks like it's going under, we should buy there to support them. No. If a shop is like that suffering, it's literally not going to help. If you think a shop's about to fucking shutter, unless you like pay off their fucking debts, because that's why they're going under. Their debts are bigger than their assets, or their liabilities they're upside down. Liabilities are more than their assets. Like, you'd have to really cash infuse the fuck out of them if they're about to go under. Yes, that's right. Whatever. You're free to spend money as you choose, of course, so I'm not going to coerce you. However, if you're shopping or going out to eat and you remember, please give it a try. That's all. What if I like Western food? And you want us to pass this on to each faction of girls? Yes, it isn't mandatory. Just think about it when you happen to remember, that's all. I think you're oversimplifying the matter, but that nature of yours is what makes you our madam. Yeah, our respect for that part of you is what makes you our madam. If our madam says so, we'd better follow her instructions. If you have no objections, we'll go back and pass this on to each of the factions. Thank you. In that case, that's enough of the formal talk. Owner, please start bringing them out. Let's have a toast. As you wish. Here you are, one after another, Madam Rose. Of course, this restaurant was also run by one of their countrymen. Since joining in on the contracts with Primavera, the operation of the store had changed dramatically. The owner happily began carrying food and bottles to the table one after another. Watching this, some impoverished-looking men began to grumble. Ladies of the evening, just rake it in. They're drinking good. Damn them. What's that? What'd you say? Get the fuck out of here. You can talk behind my back all you want, but I won't forgive anyone who does that to Madam Rose. Out, scum. Owner, we're sorry, forgive us. Get the fuck out of here. Hell yeah. Owner, dude, you're fucking cool. Get the fuck out of my restaurant, dude. Who do you think you are? I like 4 helpings of potato. What the fuck is even that supposed to be? Zosi? Zosui? What the fuck? Oh, and 4 green teas. It's good soy sauce you're using. If I could eat these at these prices every day, I'd come all the time. Look at that line. It keeps going past the tobacco shop on the corner. Rose, thanks for coming so much. Claudia, looks like you're doing great here. Congratulations. That opening celebration wreath is wonderful. Rose, you really went all out. Well, after all, Primavera's hardest worker has finally made her dream come true. Meryl is the hardest worker. Come on. She goes hard 100%. And so, it's been so long since I've seen wreaths. Wreaths are great. Part of Japanese culture. They are. You probably haven't seen them around lately. After all, Japanese shops are either folding or being sold off. Still, Japanese people just love wreaths. Just look at those big flowers that make your heart leap. Might be. Customers are looking cheery. Yeah, come to think of it. I thought they'd be more poor-looking people trying to get food for the cheap store opening prices. Well, as far as that goes, everyone's just sick and tired of bad news. These store opening wreaths have let everyone feel their hearts grow lighter, for the first time in a long while. Look, the bustle going on inside the store is like something you'd see at a festival or a temple, right? It is. It's like they've come with their families, summoned to the temple by the festival drums. Right? Do you see what an incredible thing Claudia has done in this era? Exactly, we've got to support her. Claudia, congratulations on opening your store. If you ever run into any accounting difficulties, please consult me whenever you like. I run a great pro-rated contract. They're flowers for us. These are flowers from us. Thank you so much for what you're doing today. Not only is this wreath huge, but the flowers are so lovely. I'm the happiest girl in the world. It's delicious. This is good. Feels like I haven't eaten decent food for months. Japanese people would die without miso and soy sauce. This rich soy sauce taste. Everything about her doesn't scream Japanese. You must be using some good stuff. That's a growing boy for you. You got a sharp tongue. Shut up. I'm a perceptive man, unlike you, old man. Hey, Wayne, don't point at people with your chopsticks. Still, soy sauce is supposed to be pretty expensive. I'm surprised you can sell it at this price. It's a secret. Well, I'm actually boiling cheap soy sauce and adding a few things to get the flavor right. So you've managed to get this good flavor out of that terrible fake soy sauce. I must say I'm impressed. Hey, big brother, don't talk with your mouth full. Still, someday I'd like to cook with real soy sauce. I'll get lots of customers, make lots of money, buy lots of good things to cook with. Well, if they have good things to eat, that'll give everyone a boost. Then I hope everyone gets brighter and brighter, and it all circles back. I'm starting to like this. I'll come here to eat every week. Oh, Meryl, thank you. By the way, would you like me to keep a bottle of potato shochu reserved for you? Please do, and don't stop finding good drinks, okay? A shop that's liked for its alcohol won't go under so easily. If you're going to specialize in potato, try doing baked sweet potatoes. The scent will draw customers to you. Now how about candied sweet potatoes? And if you can make stuff like a Mont Blanc every now and then, that's sure to be popular. French. Fuck. That's right. Potatoes are delicious and good for your figure, so girls all love them. How's it good for your figure? Hope your shop is loved by everyone forever. Please, Rose, go into detail. Everyone, thank you all for your advice. I really am the happiest girl in the world. Ah, a new shop opened up. Feels like a good omen for some reason. That's because you never see new Japanese shops opening these days. Even though it's just one new shop, I'm feeling strangely happy. Our wreath isn't the only one out there. She must have gotten some from those businessmen, like the ones who got her ingredients from. The men talking to Claudia over there are probably the heads of those companies. Look, they're thanking her with tears streaming down their face. From their faces, it almost looks like Claudia saved them from committing suicide with their families. The store can't run with Claudia alone. She must have more people employed and working in the kitchens. So even the one who she employs can now find food. By opening a single store, she makes the people happy. Makes the neighborhood brighter and makes the businessmen she's contracted with happy too. Fucking capitalism. That's right. Right now, Claudia is creating happiness for many people. This is what it means to bring happiness to a person, to a city, isn't it? I sincerely hope that the shop flourishes, partly so that her loan will be repaid. Thanks, Richard. I mean, you could just take her fucking store. Come on, brother, don't talk like that today. I'm sure she'll make a bundle off this. She'll pay back that loan in no time. Then I'm sure she'll keep starting more shops and find happiness. Might be that a lot of the girls in the store will try to follow her example. Yeah, probably because whoring yourself out isn't actually something a lot of people like doing. Generally speaking, some people do, but especially in this time period, hell no. They'd much rather be probably just working regularly if they could get the same pay. I'm really rooting for him. If anyone needs financing, let him drop by Miyagi offices. Miyagi? Sure. I always had fun for her being such a clueless woman. But damn, she has me beat today. If some shady people drop by demanding property fees, they do. I'll come running and beat the crap out of them. Make sure you leave some for the rest of us, okay? I don't need help from old guys like you. I want to be like Claudia. Why? You're so much better. I want to give lots of people happiness. You can. Think so? As long as your heart keeps on whispering to you. Yeah. On the night during his day off, Leo took a trip outside. His destination was the same old place, Bar Nobushi. During the Alfred incident, he's been placed in Geiriji's debt again. Geiriji was a fairly reliable man. Probably wouldn't hurt to go offer his thanks. And before it hurts. The district of City 23 that Bar Nobushi lay in was far from safe.